Hi guys.
Love me now, never.
I post videos up now every week now. Your girl is on it, trying to be on it. I'm trying to be on it. Don't come for me if I ain't on it, if I slip for a week, because I get real busy. Today's video is going to be a story time about the worst date ever. Okay, so it all started
with a whack-ass dating site, a corny-ass picture, and a lame-ass message in my inbox.
So I'm on this whack-ass dating site, lame as hell. Like I shouldn't have been on it, but I'm on it. You know, because a while back my friend created the profile for me, and I forgot I still had the profile on at this time. So I was on it, you know, just trying to see what was going on, what was up, what was popping in that, in my messages. So a guy messaged me on the dating site and wanted to go out. And first it said that this person wants to meet you. This dating site, it'll send you notifications that they want to meet you or not. So at first it said that he wanted to meet me. And I always just be like, okay, whatever to those. And then he messaged me like he wants to meet me. Like he wants to, you know, he wants to go out with me. Yeah, so this guy messaged me in my messages and said that he wanted to go out. Now, I've always been like, I've been scared. I've been scared to go out with people on dating sites because you don't know who you're meeting. You might meet a freaking serial killer that wants to off you. All this shit always crossed my mind whenever someone said they want to meet me on and go on a date with me. But I can handle myself. We go on this date. He asked me where I want to go. It was late at night. It wasn't that much stuff open, so I said, let's go to Starbucks. Before we go to Starbucks, though, okay, so this dude is a delivery driver. Like, a delivery, in the food delivery service business, okay? And so, I'm not gonna say which one, you know, I think he does it for 2 or something, but, like, at that time, he did it for 2, but I'm not going to say for which ones. I'm not going to put his name or what he looks like on blast because that's just not me. I don't put people on blast. We're going to call him A. We're going to call him A. Okay, we're going to call him A. So, A is a delivery driver for 2 different places. And so, let's go back. Okay, so he messaged me how he wants to meet me. I said, okay, we could go on a date. And then I heard nothing for a minute. Like, I don't know, for like a day or something. Then I'm randomly walking to work. Like, I'm walking to the bus. This guy literally pulls up on me. Literally almost runs me over to see who I am. To see if I'm who he think I am. Like, I'm literally walking. Like, where I was walking at, like, I crossed the street and there's, like, this lot. And it had a few cars in it. And it's just, like, this empty lot. You know, it's kind of like gravelly and stuff. So, like, I'm walking in the gravel. And then, all of a sudden, this car just, like, fucking, like, I thought he was going to run me over. Like, I'm walking. This dude comes, like, right? Like, he cuts me off. Like, I'm right here. He literally cuts me off. Literally an inch away from running my ass over. And he comes up. He's like, are you Beverly? I'm so scared. I'm like, yes. Like, you literally, I'm shocked because I jumped back. I thought he was going to run me over and everything. Like, I'm like,
yeah, I'm Beverly. What the fuck are you? Are you coming to kill me now? Are you taking me away now? Like, damn.
oh, I thought it was you. I saw the picture of you I saw a picture of you wearing that same scarf and blah, blah, blah. And I thought it was you, but I wasn't sure. So I'm like, so you roll up on me and almost run me over? Yeah, so we talked for a minute and then we make arrangements to, I don't know, I don't remember if it was that night. Like, I don't remember if it was that night that we were going to hang out or not. I think I was hanging out with another friend that night, but he ditched me for his parents. Yeah, he ditched me for his parents. And so I think we were hanging out that night. So, yeah, so I said, okay, I'm just going to work. He's like, oh, do you need a ride? Do you need a ride? Now, he's in his delivery thing because it had the topper on it. And I'm like, no, I'm gonna catch the bus because I had to leave. And he was going the opposite way. I'm going this way. He's going that way. So I was like, no, go ahead and continue on working or whatever. It was important to mention that he has the delivery job. You're going to see why. You're going to see why. So anyway, I go to work, I get off, I get ready and stuff like that, and he hits me up, and we exchange numbers, and then he hits me up and stuff like that. And then when he hits me up again, you know, around the time that we're supposed to go out, like, I'm at the library. because before I got my computer and stuff like that, like I was at the library, and and before I got my place and everything like that, I was living with a friend at the time, and so he had a laptop, but I was just at the library. Let's just say I was just at the library on the computer. So he hit me up at the library, said he was there at the library, picked me up. I was like, cool. So I get out there, and I'm like, I automatically know it's him because, again, he's in his little driver car with the topper on it. Like, I'm thinking that since he has the topper on it, he's still working, but I wasn't sure. But if we're going out, he can't be still working. He has to be off. Car was trashed. Like, he looked like trash. Like he just didn't have his stuff together. Like, we were going on a date. Like, you know, like, I had got dolled up. I got my makeup done. I had a beat face. You know, like, my hair was done. I was dressed to the nines and shit. This dude's over here in fucking sweatpants. And fucking sweatpants smelling like sushi. And
I'm not bougie, and I'm not, like, you know, prissy, and I have to, you know, have all the finer things. I'm not like that. This shirt's from Walmart, for fuck's sake, okay? Like, I'm not like that. But you gotta have something together, dude. You gotta have your shit together, okay? No girl is gonna want to get with you. I'm like, yeah, a girl might be like, oh, well, at least he has a job. You know, at least he came to, like, you know, pick you up on you know, it might have been in a delivery car, and he might have still been on the clock, but at least he came to try to do something. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. Like, he had to have his shit together. Like, if you trying to do some shit, at least have your shit together. Like, at least look nice.
Look nice. You know, clean the fucking car out. You know, be off the clock. And then try to do some shit. You know what I mean? But it just got worse from there. Like I got in the car. I dealt with all that shit. I took all that shit. I took it all. And I was like, okay, we're just going to have a good night, whatever. He said we can go anywhere we want, you know, to eat or whatever. I told him I wasn't really hungry. You know, we could go to Starbucks. So that's why we went to Starbucks. And the whole ride to Starbucks, like, I'm noticing that he has, like, I didn't really notice it before. I don't know why. I guess I wasn't really paying attention to him. But he had, like, a bag of food on his lap while he was driving. And so, like, that, and I looked, and when I noticed it, I was like, were you still working? He's like,
oh yeah, I just gotta deliver this real quick. You know, I just gotta make this delivery it's gonna be real quick, you know, and then we can go to our date and all that.
And then I took that, and I was like, okay, all right, cool, all right, you just gotta deliver that, and then we can go, okay, all right. I see what you're doing there. For a minute, he's having a hard time finding a place. I'm like, you're a delivery guy, you don't know where the place is. He's like, oh, it's my GPS, you know, I really don't know my way around too well, and the GPS is, like, jacked up, so I gotta find this dude's place. So it took him a minute to find this guy's place. We get to the guy's place after, you know, struggling trying to find it, and then, you know, he goes and delivers the food, and then he takes, like, 15, 20 minutes to deliver this guy's food. Like, he was like, oh, I went to the front. When he came back, he was like,
I'm so sorry. I went to the front and he was in the back. And then when I went to the back, he had a party going on. And I don't know what happened, but he just was, like, taking forever to, like, sign off for, like, and pay me for the food.
okay. I see what you do. I see. I'm gonna let it go. I'm gonna let it go. Let's just go on our date. So anyway, we finally get to Starbucks, and we get our coffee and all that. We're talking and stuff like that, and then we see two people across the street, and he was like, "Oh, those are my friends. Those are my friends." He was like,
"Friends, come over here. Yeah, come over here."
Okay, I see. Okay, I guess I gotta let that slide too. Okay, so he brought his friends over, as if we're on a double date now, because they were like a couple, and they were homeless. And his friends, they come over, and I've seen them before. Like, I didn't know them like we were friends or anything like that, but I've seen them around. You know, like, while I'm around, like, either if on the bus or something like that. I remember seeing them before. They didn't look like strangers to me. I automatically knew who they were because I've seen them before. But again, I don't know them, like, personally. He told me that, you know, he said that, you know, these are my friends, they're homeless and stuff like that. And, you know, they got in the car and they were like, oh yeah, like, we could hang out with y'all all night. And I'm like, what? What's going on? So then she was like, the lady was like, oh yeah, we can hang out with you guys all night. We don't have nothing to do. You don't have a home to go to, so like, you know, like I know how that feels. So I'm not making fun of them in the slightest. I know how that feels to not have a home. I was once homeless before, you know, and I might do a story time about that when I'm comfortable discussing it. But I wasn't making fun of them in the slightest. But when she said that, you know, that they didn't have nothing to do, like it just popped in my mind. Like, okay, I get that you guys don't have nowhere to go. I get that. And then they were just talking about how great of a guy this guy was. And I cannot even remember. I'm bad with names. I can't even remember his name that I was on a date with. And I believe while I was on a date, I couldn't even remember his name then. Okay, so like we pick him up or whatever. We're riding around. We're all talking. It seemed like it's alright. You know, it's cool. They're cool, you know. You know, it just seemed they're just in a bad situation. So like, you know, we're cool. We're all cool. We're just chilling and stuff. And then he gets a call, the guy that I'm with gets a call on his phone. And he's like, yeah, I'll be there. And I'm like, who the fuck are you? I looked over at him like, what's going on?
Oh, I just gotta pick up this delivery. You know, I just gotta pick up this delivery, and then once I pick up this delivery, then we'll have time. Then I'll be on my break, and when we have time.
Okay, I gotta take all of this, okay? I gotta take his friends, I gotta take, you know, him delivering this shit, like, I gotta take the way he's looking right now, the way this whole situation is going right now, I gotta take it all. Okay, what am I gonna do, just hop out the fucking car and say deuces? Like, I wanted to so bad. He goes back to the restaurant, picks up this order, and we go and we drive to drop it off. And that one went really quick. And then he said he was on a break. And then, you know, we talked with his friends for a little bit longer. And then he dropped them off back at that. We went back to that gas station, dropped them off. I don't know where the hell they were going after that. I heard them say something about a tent in the back of that gas station. I don't know. But it was weird. And I said, okay, all right. I'm taking it all. Goodbye. Have a good night. You know, be safe and stuff like that. And, before they left, the guy that was with the girl asked him for money. He was like, yeah, can we have like $20? Like, you know, because like we need some money and we ain't got no money. So like, you got $20? He was like, oh yeah, I got y'all. So he gave him $20 and then they left. And then I felt like we finally had time to get to know each other. Okay. And so we parked somewhere like around that Starbucks. So we were back in that area. So we were just parked around that Starbucks. And it was interesting to me that the little time that we had before his boss called him again for another order. Mind you, he's working while he's with me. He's working while we're on this date. You know what I mean? So like, the little time that we had in between calls, he spends talking about his ex. Like his baby mama or like his ex. Like I forget if he had kids or he has kids with her. I forget. But he was talking about his ex and how she's crazy and that if she knew that we were on this date that she would probably be kind of like,
oh, you got you a hoe.
My response to that was basically like, I don't give a fuck. Like, in my mind, my response, I wanted to say, I don't give a fuck about your baby mama. I really don't give a fuck about you right now. And just take me home. That's what I really wanted to say. But I was trying to be mature. And I took all this in. And I was like, look, whatever you and your baby mama got going on, that's none of my business. So I feel like maybe we should change the subject. Maybe we should talk about something else. Like, what do you like to do in your spare time? Where do you like to go? Where are some places you like to go? Where are your favorite restaurants? I'm just trying to change the subject here, okay? And so we changed the subject a little bit, and we talk about other stuff. And then I don't know how, but it gets right back to his baby mama, and I'm like, do you want to be with her? Like in my mind, I'm like, do you just want to go be with her? Because you can. I won't even be mad. I won't be mad. Just drop me off. You can go be with her. I won't even be mad. And then speak of the fucking devil, when I'm thinking all this stuff in my head and he's talking about her once again, she calls. And she's on the phone. I'm thinking, at first I was thinking it was his boss, but it was her. And she's on the phone now, and he puts her on speaker Why? I don't know. But he puts her on speaker. And this girl's like,
oh, you probably with some bitch right now.
exactly what he said that she would say if she knew that we were on a date. And then he was like, yeah, I'm on a date. Like, you jealous? What's going on right now? Like, am I being punked?
Ashton, come out. Come out right now so I go home. Come out right now so I go home.
I thought I was being punked. I thought I was being punked. And then his boss did call for another pickup for food, like to drop off. And so I went with him one last time, and then I was looking at the time the whole time we were out. I was looking at the time and to make sure, because I had to be back where I stayed at with my friend. I didn't want him to have to stay up late to like let me in, you know what I mean? Because he had to work early in the morning. So I was being considerate of him. So I was like, and then on top of that, like I was like, I really don't want to be on this date anymore. So I let him know that. I let him know that I had to be back where I was staying because I didn't want to keep the person up. You know, he was like, oh, I completely understand. As we were getting ready to leave, like, mind you, we're still in the area where the gas station was and the Starbucks was. So his friends come back. And then for the last delivery that he had to make for the night, they join us again. And so at this point, they're still going in about how great a guy he is, and that I'm lucky that I'm out with him right now, and then he goes in to say that I'm gonna be I'm gonna marry him, and I'm gonna have his babies, and that we're gonna be together forever. And I'm thinking that he's joking. There's no possible way he could be serious right now. At one point, like, he's looking for his phone charger for his phone because his phone is about to die. So he's looking for it, and then he has me get out. Like, he says, oh, I need you to get out. I need you to get out. Like, he does it like that. Like, can you get out? Can you get out? He doesn't ask me and say, like, you know, nicely. It's cold, too, by the way. It's really cold at night, and I ain't had no jacket. So I get out so he can look for this charger. And he comes around to me, and he looks in my seat and everything like that. For about 10 minutes, he's looking for this charger. Mind you, he still has to deliver this shit, you know, and so, like, he didn't find the charger. He was like, oh, no, okay, well, I guess it's not over here. So, like, you can get back in now. So I get back in, and then he had, like, the food on me, and, like he placed the food on me. He didn't ask me to hold it or nothing. He just placed it on me, you know, because I guess he got tired of putting it on him while he's driving. So he placed it on me, and now I've got this, like, shit, oil, like sushi oil shit, fish shit leaking on me because the bag busted, and now I smell like fucking rotten fish, and I'm sitting in here, and I seem like I'm fucking complaining, but, like, I felt like I had the right to complain. Like, this wasn't your run-of-the-mill typical date, you know, this was some bullshit. This was some bullshit, so I felt like I had the right to complain. So it's getting really close at this time, so it's getting really close to the time where I'm supposed to be back. I told the friend that I was staying with that I would be back at a certain time, and I wanted to stay true to that. I wanted to honor that because I know they had to wake up in the morning. So it's getting really close. I mean, like, just literally 20 minutes before that time. And I'm, you know, like, I'm getting real irritated because he still has his friends in the back. I got this shit leaking all over me. And he still hasn't delivered this food because he can't find the fucker's place. Literally 10 minutes before the time, he finds the place, delivers the food. He comes, and I have 5 minutes to get back. 5 minutes to get back. I was irritated. I was like, you've kept me out here. I'm going to be late getting back. And I'm very irritated. I got the shit leaking on me. I went off. There was no more talking in my head. I went off on this man. And I said, take me home now. Take me home now. Drop these fuckers off. Take me home now. I've dealt with enough of you, and I've dealt with enough of them, and I've dealt with enough of this shit on my lap. Take me home. So he's like, okay, all right, I get it. I can understand if you don't want to go on another date with me. You think? You think? You think?
You bastard.
Like, you don't treat girls like this. Like, what I was expecting to just happen is that he was looking decent, you know, he was in his own car, you know, and because he has a car, you know, he was in his own car, and then he would just take me to get some coffee, we would talk a little bit, and then he would drop me off. That's what I was thinking was going to happen. That didn't happen. And that's why I'm irritated. So that's why that was the ultimate worst mother effing date I've ever been on. Yeah. Okay, so anyway, so he takes me home. He drops those fuckers back off at the gas station. He takes me home, and before I get out, he's like,
I can understand if you don't want to talk to me anymore. I get it. I understand it.
I just left. I just got out the car. I listened to what he said, and I got out the car. And I was very irritated. And then when I got into my friend, I explained to him what happened. I explained to him my entire night. I explained my whole fucking night that it was just ridiculous, and all he could do was just laugh. He would just laugh. But I love that friend, you know, because he knew how to make me feel better. Like, he knew how to make me happy. Usually, like, if I'm real irritated and if someone's laughing in my face, I would get even more irritated. But it was just something about him that made me like, okay, so what if he's laughing? The shit was kind of funny after I'm going in on everything that happened. It was kind of funny, so now I can laugh about it. But I get irritated at the same time. So, yeah. That was my little story time about the time that I went on the worst date ever. And no, I did not hit that guy up ever again. But, update. He did message me the next day or sometime later that night, but I didn't see it till the next day, about, oh, I really apologize about how the whole night went. I know it wasn't what you expected, and if you would give me another chance. And no, that is the only date we have ever went on. That's the only date I'm ever going to go on with that man. I'm never going to hang out with him, not even as a friend. No, I did not respond to that message, but he lives somewhere around where, I'm not exactly sure where he lives, but he lives somewhere around me, like 2 or 3 blocks away from me, which I don't like, but I'm moving soon anyway. Sometimes I'll walk for like 10 minutes to get to a bus stop, or I'm walking somewhere and I'll see him, and it's irritating. I've seen him twice since I lived where I live. He said, oh, hey, Beverly, how's it going? And I'm like, hi, how you doing? And then walk away. Like, it's literally no more than that. And I've seen him twice since, like I said, since I've been here in the place that I live in. And, but I have seen him, like, driving past before. As I was walking, he'd be driving past and he'd look at me. And then there was this one time I was at the bus stop and I was talking with my friend, and I know what kind of car he drives and what it looks like and all that. And so, like, he literally drove right past me. He looked at me like this. And then, like, he looked at me like, Beverly? Like, oh, yeah, it's Beverly. So, like, and then not 5 seconds later did my phone ring. And it was a number that I didn't recognize. And so, in my mind, I'm thinking it's him. I'm thinking that this dude literally saved my phone number. This has been a while. This has been like a few months, you know, of the update from the time that I saw him. You know, I had moved out of my friend's place. Me and my friend don't talk anymore. I did a whole video about that, you know. And then this dude hits me up. Like, I'm like, even though I didn't recognize the number, I knew it was him. Because it literally just rang right after he saw me, and I didn't recognize the number. I did not answer it. It never rang again with that number, and that is that update. And if you like this video, please don't forget to subscribe and help your girl out a little bit. Help your girl out and subscribe to my channel. It is free $99, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye!